What's up, fellow collectors? P-Rockzilla back again for another review, and today we're going to take a look at a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figure that I was not expecting to come out so damn amazing looking. This is the Neca Eastman and Layers Teenage Mutant Turtles Mirage version Triceraton Zog. And they've released some, I guess, like the cartoon version of these guys before, but like when I saw this one right here, man, like the detail, like this is what I like about the Mirage line. Like it feels like they're adding way more detail, and for me, for the price you pay for these figures, that detail is amazing, and the price is justified, man. Like NECA, sometimes when it comes to certain figures, I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I want this 2-pack. I don't know if I want this, you know, for this price, these characters. I don't know if but these Mirage ones, man, they're blowing me away, and I'm happy NECA's starting this Mirage line. I'm definitely going to try to complete most of this line, at least for the figures. I mean, for the characters I remember and enjoy from the comics. But this guy right here, I saw him at my local Target. As you can see, the box is a little beat up. I'm not one of those collectors. I don't care about the box. As long as the figure's in intact, good condition, I'm happy with that, because I always have to get my figures out those boxes. I gotta let them free, man. I gotta set them free. But anyways, before we get this part started, please hit that like, subscribe button, click that bell notification. So this is, I'm pretty sure they're going to do another Triceraton with this one right here. And from what I hear from other people, like they're enjoying this figure. So I'm definitely looking forward to get this guy out the box and look at all that detail. So with that in mind, let's get this review started. Dale! What's up, fellow collectors? Die action. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the box, which I do enjoy also because the art on there, I'm pretty, I know Eastman, supposedly with the other ones, it was original art. I'm not sure for all of these. Please, if you're in the comments, you know for sure, let me know if this is for sure original art. But like I said, I do know for the Last Ronin and some of these other ones right here for the Mirage line, he confirmed that this is all original art and stuff like that. So this may be one of those too, but look at that art, man. Oh, look at that. It looks so damn cool. The detail on it. And what I'm saying is, the detail you see on this right here drawing, they actually pulled it off on the figure. You'll see when I get the figure up. You got the Ninja Turtles there. You got all the people who were involved in making the figure. Another picture of him right there, right in the back. You got a nice little display of the actual figure right there. It looks like artwork, but it's the actual figure. And then the other ones in this line. I got all of these except for this one right here, the Damaged Shredder, which I'll probably get, but I mean, it looks pretty cool. And then right at the top, you got Ninja Turtles, and then right there you got the window, right there with the figure. And yeah, this one came a little loose right there. As you can see, some of the stuff was there, but I made sure the figure was intact, and it is intact. So let's go ahead and get this guy out the box. So once you get the figure out the box, another thing Mirage line does do, which I do love, the cartoon ones do it too also, but the Mirage ones all have that, and it's that art style from the Mirage comics. And look at that backdrop, man. Man, I'm really tempted to just put these in the bookshelves in the back as a backdrop. These look cool as hell, man. All right, so let's go ahead, get that out the way. And then from here, you're greeted with 2 layers or 1.5. You get the big layer right here of the clamshell with the figure there. This guy definitely has some good weight to him. And then right in the bottom, you do get, it's like kind of strapped onto there, but you gotta have the other clamshell with the hands, swappable hands, and the gun. All right, let's go ahead and get him out with all the accessories. You can take a close look in 4K at everything he comes with in the package. And then we have Zog made out with all the accessories that come in the package. And I actually forgot about the tail. That thing was hidden very well. But let's grab the figure first. And as always, let's look at the details on this figure to see if it is accurate to what you remember and what it's representing. And I would say yes, man. Look at this detail, man. Look, all that pencil. Oh my god, this thing is so detailed, man. NECA's been knocking it out with this Mirage line, man. I swear. One good thing, but we'll see with the articulation too, but this line too also lately has been having good, not too many QC issues when it comes to the joints. Look at the wrappings around the horns. And if you guys know, I'm a Godzilla fan, but what started me first with the Godzilla is obviously dinosaurs. As a kid, I loved them dinosaurs. I still love them to this day, and this guy basically, obviously Triceratops, definitely has a lot of detail, man, and I like that. Look at the little details on the pouches right here. You can see right here at the front. Look at that. rips on his clothes. You got like the bumps right here, the tattoo. Just everything with the knuckles. Look at the tattering on his, like his, whatever you call it, the wrist guards or wrist wrappings, whatever you want to call these. Same thing right there. Look at that, man. Oh, man, look at the detail. Rips on his knees. Even the texture, like his texture, he has a very good texture. I mean, he is a little stumpy, but that's the way he was in the comics and stuff. Yeah, man, you can see that. So let's go look at the articulation while we have him, and let's see. Hopefully, we have no articulation issues and no stuck joints. All right, so the mouth does articulate very good because you actually don't see much like doesn't like it actually moves like much when you do the articulation. So that looks real good. As you can see, the side of the mouth, you can see the tongue there. Is that tongue articulated? Yes, even the tongue's articulated. Look at that. That's like this reminds me of the Godzilla figures, man. Look at the tongue's articulated in there. Look at that. Wow. This is cool, man. Definitely having a yelling pose with that tongue like that. Oh, that's going to be so damn awesome. All right, so surprising me so far. Surprising me. The head does move. This side's, oh, because it's rubbing against. So be careful. When you turn the head this way, you get that free articulation. But when you turn it this way, you got to lift it up higher because I had it too low and it was rubbing against that little pouch there. So you don't want to chip the paint on that. But the head does move good. He looks high pretty good up, pretty good down. Can pivot sideways. The arms, so far, let's see, can go fully up. Let's see if we can get some, there we go. So they can do a T pose. Then, let's go ahead and bend these elbows. So obviously, single jointed elbows because of the wrappings and the size of the guy. So it's all right. I mean, that's okay. But so far, the joints are good. Hands can go that far up like that. Let's see, far back. Yep, definitely go full 362. Let's see, is there any twist in here? So there is, yep, twist at the upper bicep right here. So definitely good articulation there also for a bulkier guy. So that's good. All right, so let's go ahead and see the waist articulation. So he does have good, oh, that sounds good, man. Oh, it's like it's coming loose. Is it coming loose? Oh, no, it's just the way it is. I thought the joint was coming loose, like coming off. But definitely good articulation around the waist, as you can see. This is a hard plastic. It's kind of like a soft but hard plastic, but it's on there, so you don't have to worry about that coming off at all. Let's see if you can look up a decent amount. Look down a decent amount. So not too much ab crunch. Good amount for the size of the character. And easy flowing joints too. It's still like, it'll hold the weight. Like, he's not moving like, it's not moving back. But it just feels so smooth, man. Smooth like butter. I don't know why that song's in my head, but I'm mad that it did BTS just now. All right, so the legs do get, oh my God, he can even do a split. Look at this. He can be roadkill, yo. Look at that, it's like roadkill. But yeah, that looks cool, man. The legs can go far out. Let's see, forward. Forward, you are limited a little bit. This is, oh, it's actually a soft plastic right there, so can go pretty far forward. Decent amount far back. Knees. Not much articulation at the knees, as you can see in here. So you can do the Iron Man, jumping out. All he needs is a suit on his back. But yeah, man, I mean, this guy right here, for his size, so far the articulation is good. You get twist, obviously, on the upper thigh. And then at the feet, now this is one thing I do see a little tight. You do have his joints, my feet joints are pretty stiff. I can't get it fully up, so I'm probably going to have to heat that up right there. So that's the only minor thing right there so far. But yeah, there's articulation on Zog. And this guy, he looks cool, man. He feels good, feels strong. You can actually hurt somebody with this. If you throw it at them and stuff, I wouldn't recommend doing that. But I'm just saying, especially with these horns. But man, this guy looks cool. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the accessories now. And here we have the tail. As you can see. Nice little ripples and bumps all across the tail. Is it bendy wire? Let's see. Yep, it's bendy. So you can see you can bend pretty good. Decent articulation. Then you actually have his gun. Looks very good. Just like the cartoon almost in a way. Malleable plastic right here, so be careful with that. As you can see, looks very good. Then you have his sword. His knife. It's the size of a sword to a regular person, but to him it's a knife. I love the little knuckle, like the little spiked knuckle portion right there on the hilt. That's pretty cool. You see the detail on there. Then you get his hands. You get a pair of the closed fist. See the detail on the fingernails. A pair of weapon wielding hands. And then a pair for the gun. As you can see, that's the trigger finger right there. And then he comes with some grenades. This is like maybe a smoke grenade or something, or a flash bang grenade. And then a grenade right here. Very cool. All right, so there you go. There's everything that comes in the package and the articulation, which is awesome. It's completely surprised me, especially that tongue. I like the tongue thing. All right, let's go ahead and get some not final thoughts. I'm jumping the gun already. I just want to mess with this figure already. Let's go ahead and get some size comparison started. There we have Zog standing in default pose ready for size comparison. So let's go ahead and bring some figures in here. First figure I'm going to bring in is another Neca Ninja Turtle figure. And this is the Neca Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon Rex 1, another big boy. Want to have a big figure in there for a good size comparison. Now let's go ahead and bring in SH Figure Arts. And this is going to be the SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Z Nappa. Now, let's go ahead and bring in a Transformer figure. Definitely something different. This is the Takara Tomy Transformers Masterpiece Wheeljack. And last but not least, let's go ahead and bring in an SH Monster Arts figure, of course. And this is the SH Monster Arts Mechagodzilla. So there we go. Good size comparisons with figures from the same line and different lines, just in case you have any of these figures in your collection and you're thinking about picking up Zog and want to add them to your collection or display. You can get a good idea of how you'll fit size-wise. All right, let's do the final thoughts and final poses. And here we have Zog beating up the clone Shredders. And man, that damn mouth and tongue articulation is so freaking awesome. I love that they did this. It reminds me so much of some of the SH Monster Arts Godzilla figures. And Neca knocked it out the park with that tongue, man. I love the, like, even left and right. Usually the SH Monster Arts, you can only go up or down. This tongue, you can move left or right, all kinds of directions. So I love that. Definitely a plus. On the negative side, I do wish the elbows and knees could bend a little bit more. As you see the knee there, if that knee were to bend at least one more click, I could have had a full, basically Captain Morgan type pose over that body. But because the knee couldn't bend that much, I had to kind of lean him back a little bit. But man, this guy has good articulation for such a big figure. I was not expecting much from him. And I got him in hand now, and it's like, wow, like, it surprised me. I was expecting a lot of issues with the joints. The only joints I had issues with was the ankle joints, but I was easily to, resolve those, no problem. All I did was basically kind of just lean on forward, and eventually the joint started moving. So, yep, there you go. No problem with that. Just wish he had a little bit more articulation at the knees and at the at the knees and at the elbow. I was about to say ankles. Yeah, I guess the ankles too. I wish the ankles, the feet can go back a little bit more. That's probably something else that could be improved on. But other than that, man, so far, so good. Okay, so now I'm messing with Zog a little bit more. I do want to point out that those knee articulations are horrible. In my opinion, you barely get a 45 degree. In this pose right here, I wanted to have him crouching at least on one knee to kind of have, like a motion of him throwing a grenade from one knee. But I couldn't get that accomplished. You could only get him like more like a squatting type position, and I want to keep that for my next final pose because this is the way I want to keep him posed up in my display. The grenades and flashbang, whatever you call those things, they basically fit in his hand pretty good in there. On the hand topic, watch out when you swap out those hands, because those bumps and like stuff protruding from his hands and the wrappings, the tearing portions of the wrappings around his wrist and forearm, they are pretty pointy. So when you swap it out, be careful because it hurts a little bit. So just be very careful. And those joints are pretty in there, man. You have to like really, really pull on them. Tail is excellent so far. No issues with the tail. The feet articulate a little bit better. But you're kind of like limited on the poses you can get with this guy. Like most of the poses, you're going to have him staying up or somewhat like squatting and possibly sitting down. But because of those knee joints, you can't really get many poses with them in the lower body portion. But other than that, I'm enjoying the articulation. The upper body has amazing articulation. No loose joints at all. No tight joints. I did not have to use any kind of water treatment on this figure so far. Even the head articulates amazing. And the mouth, man, one thing with the mouth too, once you open it once or twice, it does tend to like not want to fully close. Like if you close it, it does tend to kind of open a little bit. So you gotta mess with that. Maybe just mine. That's the only experience I had with like a loose joint a little bit. It's just the mouth. But man, I'm having fun with this guy so far. He looks so damn cool. Just wish those damn knees were a little bit better. So the reason this is my final pose, at least for my collection, is because you guys know that I try to keep my figures with as many accessories on them and as least accessories back in the box and put away in storage. So here I want to have the gun in one hand, at least the knife in the other hand. And if you can see on that strap across his chest, I kind of snugged in there the little flashbang grenade into there. I'm hoping it doesn't kind of like, you know, pull or wear out that strap. I'm going to test it out over time. Just make sure it doesn't wear that strap out or make it kind of like just loose and hang there a little bit better. But as of right now, it's good. I may have to just slide down a little bit more because I see as it spins here, there is a little space in the bottom below his chest. So maybe just slide it down, but you just want to add that there. And one thing, I'm not sure if I have I'm not doing it right, but in the pictures, it has him holding the knife in the other hand and the gun in the other hand. But as you can see here, there's only one hand that comes in the package that has the finger, the trigger finger at least, up high enough where it can fit on the trigger of that gun. And that's on the right hand. And then the knife, there's a right hand that the knife fits in perfectly, but you can't have the knife and the gun at the same time because if you use both right hands, you know, you got to have a left hand. So this one I tried, like the left hand right there, it does hold the sword pretty snug. It will fall off pretty easily if you bump into it or hit the sword. But this is the best I can do right now. Because like I said, I did want to have them posed up with as many weapons as possible. I want to definitely have that mouth open. Not as wide, but just have the mouth open, showing that tongue articulation in there. And just, this guy right here is so damn cool. Like I said, I wasn't expecting much coming in. I wasn't even going to get this guy at first. I was like, I don't know, man. But I just happened to swing my target and grab something, not leave empty-handed. So he was the only one there, so that I didn't have just yet. So I decided to grab him because I haven't been disappointed with the Mirage line yet. And man, this dude surprised the heck out of me, man. I'm not disappointed still. I'm still not disappointed with the Mirage line. Yes, the joints on the legs should have been better, but all around, it's a solid figure, and it's something that I would recommend, if you were on the fence on this figure, go ahead and pick it up because he does have a good presence. And man, that detail all over, especially the back of, look at that, the back of his head, it goes details and ripples and scales and all kinds of stuff on there. So, but if you were not on the fence, you knew coming in, you were not gonna get this figure, then it's not one that you have to have, in my opinion. It's just something, you know, looks good in the collection. And it makes the Mirage one kind of stand out because a lot of the Mirage ones so far are a lot of smaller characters. So he's a big, solid, hefty figure. And he has that presence that I enjoy. And I'm happy I have him so far. Maybe if I mess with him with some more, maybe if he knocks out some other figures in my collection, in my display, I won't like him as much. But just figure-wise, I'm enjoying this guy so far. And I like him. I'm happy I picked him up. I hope you guys liked this review. If you did, please hit that like, subscribe button, click that bell notification. And as always, collectors, keep collecting, stay safe, be good, dale! Ninja Turtles, Ninja Turtles, Ninja Turtles, Turtle Power!